Here's Conor coming off the bus, right? This is who he's with, right? This is his crew.
We cared when you were a great fighter. No one gives a about all your random, meaningless call-outs that aren't even going to...
What are you talking about? You're doing a video about it. You can't simultaneously be doing a video about his call-out and then say no one cares about his call-out, dude. What? That's hilarious, dude. That is absolutely hilarious. True Geordie, like I said, kudos on your continuing trolling, Conor. But that is a self-awareness level like -10. No one cares about your stupid call-outs while I'm doing a video about your stupid call-outs. Conor made quite the entrance last night, okay? So that's where we're going to start. So we're going to talk about Conor McGregor at the Anthony Joshua fight, okay? Because he had a very notable night, right? He was... So he goes to the Anthony Joshua fight. He was with a really notable crew, which I'll show you in a second. Wife definitely not there. And then he ends up in the ring talking. It's unbelievable. Like just think about this guy. Like, he hasn't fought since July 2021, and he lost. I mean, he got, again, doctor stoppage. His doctor stoppage. He broke his leg, but he didn't win the fight. The previous one was January 2021. He lost by knockout. The previous one was the January 2020 when he, knocked out Cowboy. So, like, we're talking years, right? Years since his last successful outing. And nonetheless, every single event that he goes to, he's still such an enormous star that, like, an Anthony Joshua fight, he just gets to go in the ring and talk on the microphone. And the promoters know that it is an incredibly valuable thing to have him up there. When the BKFC fight happened, I guess it's far enough away that this is probably not stepping on anybody's, this is not stepping on anybody's secrets. But I could tell you 100% that at BKFC, the one where he went into the ring, they had it all set up for Cowboy to go into the ring and face off with Mike Perry, and he was going to be Mike Perry's next opponent. And then Conor just like hopped in there, and they were like, just run with it. Just run with it. And then like just usurped Cowboy because it's like, oh my God, well, if we got Conor in there, dude, just let it ride, man. Just let it ride. He's obviously not going to be able to fight, but like, this is better. It's crazy. He's got it like that. But nonetheless, he goes in there and he calls out KSI. And I think that that's very notable. And I'll tell you why in a second. But first, let's go ahead and let's just look at his crew. Here's Conor coming off the bus, right? This is who he's with, right? This is his crew. And let's just watch the video. Oh, that's going to need to restart. Well, you guys can watch the end of the video and then you can watch the start again. So Conor, there we go. Team of promotions girls. And then Conor with his $15,000 suit. And a bunch of girls that would, this is, honestly, you want to know what the very first thing that I said to myself was after watching that? The very first thing is I was like, hey, you know what that looks like? That looks like a guy where if he wants to get his rocks off, he probably should go assault a 300-pound human whale in the bathroom, It's so ridiculous, dude. That accusation on him is so ludicrous. It's like, do you guys really not understand what it's like to be Conor McGregor at the club in Miami? If he wants to go, bang someone in the bathroom, that's what that's going to look like. He can literally just point at one of them and be like, how about you? They're like, yes. He's like, listen, we actually have a contract here just to avoid any misunderstandings. And he didn't have the black girl that he went into the stall with sign that because it seemed obvious, like no one's going to believe that I was trying to hit on this girl. She's 300 pounds, she's not, no one's going to think that I would assault her. And it was like, oh no, you should have had her sign the disclosure, dude. Not disclosure. The consent form. Like, I am willingly going into the bathroom to sniff things, and there will be no contact. But if there is, I have consented to it. Should have had her sign, dude. Because she's like, he tried to pull down my pants. No, he didn't. No, he did not. He did not try to pull down your pants. Because you want to know why? Because if he wanted to pull down someone's pants, let me show you who the pants pulled down would be. It would be her. Okay? Her. Give me a break, dude. Anywho, I wonder what those conversations look like with Conor and D. Like, I'm really honestly like curious. Like, does he just have like it's possible he's got a hall pass, you know what I mean? Very possible. Probable even, I would say. She's his girl. She's not going anywhere. He's going to take care of her for life. She takes care of the kids when he's out. If he wants to, use a groupie like a blow-up doll, maybe that's allowed. Or maybe he's like, baby, they're just the promotions girl. They want me to walk in with a team of girls, just a bunch of, nothing's going to happen. Anyway, so let's watch the rest of this, though, because there are other notable things for us to comment on related to the KSI call-out and all of that stuff. So, oh, yeah, and True Geordie did a video about Conor's KSI call-out, which I'm going to react to also. All right, so where are we at here? Here we go. So here's him calling out KSI.
So guys, a clip of Anthony Joshua actually defending KSI against Conor McGregor has just came to light.
See, he's yelling, he's pointing and yelling at KSI. Anthony Joshua's got his back. But the bottom line is, so ask yourself, why is Conor doing that right there? Does he have an actual problem with KSI? No. Do you think that KSI is like, oh my God, Conor McGregor called me out? No. No, he's definitely not doing that. Like, if Conor McGregor got on the microphone and was all, I'm calling out Jesse on fire. I've seen one too many of your videos teasing me about going into the bathroom with that girl and doing blow. I wasn't doing blow. I want Jesse on fire. He's dead. You think I'd be all, oh no, Conor McGregor called me out. It'd be like, Conor McGregor just called my name into a microphone in front of the entire world. Jackpot, son. And I'm not even doing these fights. KSI, that's like the best case scenario for him. And that's why when Conor goes like this, that guy, there's nothing genuine about that, dude. Nothing. If he promotes himself against KSI, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, if Conor McGregor did what Nate did, right? If Conor actually got out of his UFC contract and then him and Jake Paul co-promoted a fight and Conor would be the A side because he would, in a Jake Paul-Conor McGregor fight, Conor is the A side because Conor can do those numbers against someone else. Jake cannot touch the numbers that a Conor McGregor fight would do. And that's just a fact. If Conor and his team negotiate this correctly, that's the end of the conversation on who the A side is. Jake's an enormous star. He's equally recognizable as Conor, but in the fight game, different fucking ball game, dude. Conor's world now, he loves to fight. He wants to fight, but he doesn't love it that much, or else he'd be, he would have been back already. Or at least like he doesn't love it enough to go fight a top tier UFC opponent in the shortest amount of time possible. Oh, I was going to react to True Geordie.
Bless him. Sorry, what? That was just Conor McGregor shadowboxing at ringside for the Anthony Joshua fight. He is the gift that keeps on giving, and this happened in the main event. I'm watching and is that Conor McGregor shadowboxing and there he is. Listen,
I want to give True Geordie credit on something. I saw him in this group one time where it was like him, I think it was Chael, I don't know, but it was like a bunch of big name guys, right? And I was kind of watching his energy, and he seemed like a guy who was kind of like, whoa, look at where I am. I don't know. Like someone who I would have thought would have been adverse to actually like banging it out with Conor, but he has embraced this shit. You know, kudos to him, dude.
Who's this for? Is Anthony Joshua getting any benefit out of this? Are you helping him win the fight? I don't think so. Imagine you're also in the front row and you look along and you're like, is he all right? The guy is demented. This is the problem, right? Is Conor McGregor he doesn't get out much. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't have his whole big moment of doing his entrance music, doing the big walk. No one cheers for him anymore. He's never in the octagon. This is sort of his closest thing to it. I'll sponsor an event just so I can go and get all the attention. Genuinely, I'm 95% sure that's the whole point in them sponsoring Anthony Joshua's event. Just so Conor gets to have his little moment. I mean, if you disagree, why...
I do disagree. I do. I definitely disagree. That is the Anthony Joshua fight is the absolute perfect place to place any of the products that Conor is doing. But I mean, let's be honest. Like, I'm pretty sure Conor saw the him getting the spotlight as a pretty nice perk, you know. But if you're going to spend marketing dollars on a product that Conor McGregor is attached to, what's a better place to do it than an Anthony Joshua fight? I mean, come on.
Is he showing up at the event in a big old bus full of half-naked women, and then he coolly walks into the event? You don't see the gaffer at William Hill in the fucking ring trying to get on the microphone and call KSI out. We'll get to that.
Okay, but Conor McGregor is the brand. Okay, like Proper 12, if it was called like Proper 8 and there was no Conor McGregor attached to it, how well would it have done?
That, by the way, because damn, he's doing interviews from ringside. I'll play another one of those gems.
Coming back.
December.
And who are you fighting?
Chandler.
You are going to do it.
I have to.
You've been teasing him.
I'm going to just do that with him, yeah. I'm going to grab him by the chest and grab him.
I'm grabbing by the chest and grab.
I have to. I told you there was no way the UFC was going to ditch that fight. But that is very telling. Conor really was trying to walk away from that fight, which is crazy to me. That Dana made it seem like Conor was just trolling Chandler, and in reality, he really was trying to get out of that fight, which...
Tune in for that fight just to see what that looks like more than anything. I'm interested. I've never seen that move before. Sort of like a Stone Cold Stunner. Something like that.
Yeah, man, KSI over here, he couldn't box eggs. He couldn't box eggs if he walked in a egg boxing factory.
He couldn't box eggs in an egg boxing factory. Do you remember how witty this guy used to be? He had the best lines. And if that isn't bad enough, he actually reused the line later on. He thought that was a keeper.
Listen, so as a person who in a past life used to, party, okay? One thing that happens when, if you're like a clever person like me, is if you use, I don't know, like hypothetically what Conor might have, it makes you feel smart, takes away your wit, dude. Takes away your wit. You're Mr., you end up being Mr. Serious guy. Listen, man. Derber, 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 derber. I do believe that is a side effect of that might be affecting his cleverness.
Couldn't box eggs in an egg boxing factory. He used to be funny, mate. Fuck me. So he gets in the ring at the end of the night after Anthony Joshua's gone, by the way. The main event is over. The star that everyone paid to watch has gone home. But he's hanging around just, is anyone you want to talk to me? I've got something to say. If you listen. The arena's half empty. They're on the way to the car park, but everyone stop. Conor's got something else to say.
The reason he's doing this is to get media coverage though. And I realize, believe me, I understand True Geordie understands this, and he's, breaking Conor's balls nonetheless. But just in case you guys don't understand, the reason Conor is doing all of this is to get media coverage, to go viral on Twitter. So how many people are in the arena is totally irrelevant. You know what I mean?
I know your man KSI is in the crowd, yeah? And he couldn't box eggs if he worked in an egg boxing factory. So if he wants to get in here, I'll give him a final, bare knuckle if you want.
Bare knuckle against KSI. I don't think that would be a good idea for KSI, personally. Just saying.
Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just sad, isn't it? This is sad now. And just to prove that this is all about Conor,
it's also not real. These I guarantee you, Conor and KSI are like they ran into each other backstage and be like, we got some good press there.
Begging for attention. He was complimenting KSI on Twitter not long ago. Good finish.
Exactly.
well done. It was sort of like the OG giving this new kid a bit of a compliment, which was a good look for him. I thought, yeah. And now he's slagging him off just because he's there. It's me.
Like I said, Conor, again, I'm going to give True Geordie the benefit of the doubt and say that he probably understands what I'm going to say, and he is taking an angle if he's going to, he's going to troll Conor all the time now, which, like I said, kudos to him, dude. Takes balls, brass balls, kudos. But this is 1 + 1 = 2 in the fight game. Him calling out KSI is good for KSI. Okay? Like, you say things into the microphone, KSI couldn't box. Like, KSI, you think that he's like, man, I thought we were friends. KSI's like, thank you, dude. Thank you.
Everyone look at me. Please care. Please. We really did care, mate. We cared when you were a great fighter. No one gives a fuck about all your random, meaningless call-outs that aren't even going to...
What are you talking about? You're doing a video about it. You can't simultaneously be doing a video about his call-out and then say no one cares about his call-out, dude. What? That's hilarious, dude. That is absolutely hilarious. True Geordie, like I said, kudos on your continuing trolling, Conor, but that is a self-awareness level like -10. No one cares about your stupid call-outs while I'm doing a video about your stupid call-outs. Obviously you do care. No one said that everyone is going to get excited for the KSI fight, but you cared enough to make a video about it. So objectively, you do care. He is dude, listen, Conor is a content machine, man. He is the gift that keeps on giving. In our seat, Geordie, you know you love Conor. And if you don't, that means that you don't understand what we're doing here. But I know that you do. And thus, you love Conor. I love Conor. Everybody loves Conor that's in this business, son.
Not happen anyway. Imagine a few years back when Conor McGregor was the double champ of the UFC. You're now calling out KSI, who's the guy who you played UFC against when KSI was a YouTube nerd gamer, and now you're calling him out. Like, if that doesn't tell everyone what the fuck has gone wrong with Conor McGregor, nothing will. And it's funny because he acts like he doesn't even...
I mean, listen, Nate Diaz just fought Jake Paul and made so much money that it's going to be ludicrous. And Conor, if he got the opportunity to do the same, would make, he'd make $100 million. That's what's changed, is the landscape of the fight business in general. The YouTube boxing thing has completely changed the entire combat sports game. And if anybody is still, pushing back on that, there's no point.
No Jake Paul and KSI, but immediately when he's in the room, he knows exactly who they are. Why? Because he cares so much about attention, and they have it, and he wants all of it. So this little active, I don't really, the guy's a donkey about Jake Paul, and mate, you are well aware of them. And the funny thing is I don't think you'll ever get in the ring with him. I don't think he would risk losing a fight like that in a million years. Because
okay. Again, I think True Geordie is trolling Conor. But literally every single thing that he is saying here is wrong. Like, literally all of it. Every single thing he's saying is wrong. Okay? Number one, he's framing it as if Conor just wants the attention because he wants attention. Okay? That, there's literally historically, right? Like, there's not an indication of that, right? And I know people will push back on me about that. But if you actually think about it, like when Conor has been out of the fight game, for real outside the fight game, before he launched his brands, he was quiet, dude. He really was. Like, he wasn't this, like, he's doing this because attention equals product sales. And also, he's going to come back to fight. He is promoting his fight. He's promoting his brands, etc. And I realize people are going, no, he's an attention whore. I mean, maybe, but objectively, this is what you should do if you are in Conor's position and you are trying to build successful companies. Let's continue.
Because it would destroy him. And if it wasn't so self-centered of him, the way he carries himself, I'd actually think it was pathetic. But it
Oh, and then also 100% Conor would fight KSI.
actually is a real nasty trait he has of like me. If I put my neck on the line and said what would happen if KSI, Logan Paul, Jake Paul fought Conor McGregor, it's like seriously. I mean, it's hard to know because Conor's pretty much finished in my opinion, but let's say we take a decent version of him. I just think he's always struggled with people with a size advantage, and you look at how much he struggled with Nate Diaz and how Nate Diaz has been just...
Bro. Okay, I think True Geordie is trolling me. I think True Geordie is trolling me, dude. Because there's no way that he just said, if I am hearing him correctly, that a prime level Conor McGregor would struggle with Logan or Jake or KSI in an actual fight. Impossible. If that's what Geordie meant, I need him to let me know somehow. Because then I literally am going to go, your fight breakdowns have lost 100% of their credibility. There is no way that is a serious comment, dude. Okay? Boxing, who knows, dude? Boxing, whatever. If you're talking about a fight, okay, Conor would spinning back kick their solar plexus. He would kick their legs. I mean, that is such a ludicrous, completely wrong take that I don't even know what to say about it, dude.
Just comfortably beaten by Jake Paul. Conor fades after, 3 rounds. Yeah, he's got a chance of hurting one of them early, but after that, this is the maddest thing about Conor. He does all this Conor McGregor fast training or whatever. His cardio will not be as good as any of those 3 guys. And he won't be as naturally as big as them and as naturally strong as them. So immediately, coming into it, not only are they 10 years younger than him, they're fitter than him, they're stronger than him, they're naturally bigger than him.
Oh, yeah, because that always overcomes a, 100x martial arts technique skill gap.
So if any of those lads know anything, it's a bad night at the office for Conor McGregor.
Insane. Listen, if we're talking boxing, if it was Conor versus Jake in boxing, right? I mean, Conor's obviously going to be the favorite, but I mean, there's a world where Jake, it's not going to be it's not like a mismatch Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou, but yeah, but if you're talking a full contact fight, this is an absolutely ludicrous take.
And I can't believe I'm saying that. But it's the
neither can I.
Truth, because of how much they've grown and how far he's fallen. So yeah,
how do you know? How on earth do you know that? The last time you saw him fight, he threw a couple kicks into Dustin Poirier that would fold anyone who does not understand how to defend kicks and is not as tough as Dustin Poirier. If that's the first time they feel a kick to the back of their leg, they're going to immediately start oh, what am I doing here, dude? And that spinning back kick to the solar plex, if you that'll get anybody out of there if they defend it wrong.
We're watching the implosion now of Conor McGregor's career, and he's confirmed that it's pretty much done and dusted at this stage. And this notion, I'm going to fight this guy, that guy, the other guy. Here's what's going to happen, right? He's going to have one more fight in the UFC. He's going to get fucking annihilated. And that's the end of him. Because you can't fight as infrequently as Conor McGregor has and be a threat to the world's best fighters. And
that is my concern. That's my concern right there, is he's going to fight Chandler when he hasn't fought in 2.5 years. Seriously, if he was going to fight someone that's not Michael Chandler, the answer is you give him a tune-up fight, dude. Put him in there against Matt Brown, dude. You know what I mean? And that's nothing against Matt Brown. Matt Brown's a warrior. He's a tough-ass dude. But, putting him in against Chandler, to me now, seems ludicrous. Because for that exact reason, Chandler is a murder machine. Stylistically, he's actually a pretty good matchup for Conor. Just because Conor throws a lot of straights and, Chandler drops his hands a little bit and he kind of throws wild. But, if he does, if Chandler stands and bangs with him, which I expect that he will, I don't know. Give him a tune-up fight, man.
In the UFC, let alone the injury that his little brittle legs had. So let's not even fucking go there either. One leg kick from Justin Gaethje, you're in the hospital, pal. So that's what I thought.
Wait, one leg. Now we're talking leg kicks. Now leg kicks matter.
Of Conor McGregor, and I know people will call us a hater or whatever, but honestly, I don't get on here just to say things.
Oh, you don't. Like I said, dude, I respect Geordie continuing to go after Conor, but he has not said one thing today that is accurate in this video. Like literally nothing, which makes it a better video. Like I like this video more because he was so consistently wrong in every single thing that he said.
That I don't really believe. And this guy is finished. On the plus side, you know what's going to fuck him off even more? This jealousy that he's got from KSI, Jake Paul, Logan, is the fact that Prime, that Logan and KSI own, is going to be bought for 10 times what he sold his whiskey company for.
That's a fact.
That's really going to fuck with him. Don't think about...
But that's a consumer product that everyone can drink. Conor made a whiskey, like whiskey and, athletic drink. They're not in the same category, All that means Conor probably is going to go start an athletic drink company, and then we'll see. I don't think anyone will ever be able to go as viral as Prime did, though. They just killed it.
Conor, don't think about it. Just didn't happen. Didn't happen. Imagine it didn't. You're the man. You're the man. Who's my guy? I'll see us on the next one.
All right. So this is a 52-minute video, which means I'm going to have to chop this thing down quite a bit, I'll tell you what. I've been talking for 52 minutes. For the members, I'm going to upload the entire thing, okay? So I'm going to probably chop this down to like 30. There'll be, so there's 22 extra minutes of this video, and the whole thing is fire. But for the members only, I'll put that straight up in the members only section. Anyway, but I'm going to do a bunch of edits for this one, though. So you got to watch both. Love you guys. Peace.